All right, here we go. Let's switch over to the logo. That way everybody can see
guys.
that. Hey, there we are.
We tried to go live and tried to get it to, to navigate it, but it just kept on. There was something that just wasn't connecting. So that's part of doing this testing phase of it. New equipment, back to the studio. It's been a little bit since we've been in studio.
It has been.
We have had a lot of people reach out to us asking us when we were going to be strange again, if that was the end of the show. And, the truth of the matter is that we've been doing this for how many years now?
7.
So 7 years. And, when the computer went out, it took us a little while to get back to being able to be in the studio. But, now we're able to. Again, we had some help with, getting that up and running and everything. So we do appreciate that person for helping us get to that point. And here we are.
Yes.
It's been 2 months since our last show, which was with Cody Lee Best. And that was, I love the interview parts of our show. Great. Being able to interview is definitely one of my favorite parts of doing this podcast and all of the years that we've been doing this. Getting to see talented people, musicians, comedians, all of those things have been one of my favorite adventures in this, and just meeting new people. So we're looking at where we're going, what direction we're going in 2025. I know a couple of the things that was presented to us was definitely doing interviews. People really like when we do interviews. The music portion that Tony does, I know that was another thing that was brought up. And also, someone suggested me doing art and having live videos of me just putting stuff together and whatnot, and our cooking. Yes. That was another thing that was brought up. So we are kind of collective here at Strange Friends Media. Not only is it just us that Don't Make This Weird podcast. Guitar Fridays. Holy moly.
Yeah, it's been
Guitar Fridays, Chill Stream, Initiative Impossible.
Yes.
Was it worth it? Jerks, Magic Gaming Jerks, that hasn't been on for just a little bit.
Here's the full patron card.
Yeah, the full patron card over there. And some of them are actually some of the ones that we support and that we're part of on other channels. But the ones that are under Strange Friends Media, like Baghead as well. We have several different ones up there. So take a look at that. I'm not actually looking at it at the moment. So if I didn't mention you, it's not because I don't want to. It's just been a while since we've been here.
And we'll be updating those in the new year because,
Well, starting the new year, we always try to change up maybe the color of our logo, and move forward with something like a fresh look.
Yes.
Kind of, I guess you'd say. So, with that being said, we are started out with the trying the new equipment out. So that's a good start. Trying to figure out where the kinks and things are at to get that going. And like I said, it's good to be back in the area. It's good to be home. It's good to be a couple blocks away. But to be truthful, we've seen each other quite a bit, but not as much as probably as we'd want to be honest.
We've been doing little buddy lunches.
Yeah.
Because it's been quite a challenge, especially with all of this stuff. So
silly season.
We wanted to just put out some, content for you guys.
Yeah. Yep.
So you can
answer some questions.
Right.
Are you guys coming back?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Are you guys going to be weird? Still continuing to be weird. It hasn't changed.
Oh, fucking
Are you guys trying some new stuff this year? Yep. We're going to actually working. We've been discussing some different music writing projects. The setup for doing the cooking thing that we talked about doing.
Writing a ton of music.
Yeah, writing a ton of music. I actually came over here and we jammed the one day.
Yes.
I don't know if we call it jamming because I couldn't get my drum to just sound proper. I did find the other mallet, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Where was it?
In a Christmas thing. I don't know why.
Weird.
It was in one of the totes that had Christmas in it. I was like, why is that there? So as I continue to keep on unpacking and downsizing, doing the things, it's great to be home.
It is.
It is great to be home.
It's great to have you home.
And you're not the only person that has said that. And that really touches me. Like, seriously, a year, it's kind of weird because I come back here and like before it was like, Heather, you know, but now I'm not running into as many people. It feels like, I don't know if it's just like my schedule or what. So that's been interesting. But it is great. It's great to be home. I sleep better. My schedule is different. I'm close to home for work, which is fantastic. You know, close to the studio here, which is really awesome. And, you know, after being up there for a year and, you know, wintertime was one of the ones that was a little bit tougher because I couldn't really just like drive back home, especially with my truck, you know. So I'm adjusting to peopling again, I guess, other than at work, at my job. You know, obviously that's a nonstop peopling. You see people all day when you work retail, like you're constantly interacting with people, you know, and they do frown upon like, you know, being disrespectful in any kind of way. So you kind of have to ground yourself and all that stuff. So by the time I get home after a 10-hour shift, I'm just like, I'm
done peopling for the day.
Yeah, you know, the whole spoon theory that they talk about. Like, I have 10 spoons to start out my day. That's pretty generous for someone that has one adrenal gland. It's probably more like I have 2.5 spoons. No, but like you have a certain amount.
Yes.
And so like taking a shower might cost you 2 of those spoons, you know, or like being at work, that might cost you like 3 or 4, or depending on how rough the day was, you know, like that whole theory. You know, it's interesting to try to navigate that. So there's just some days I'm just like, you know what? I need some time to just adjust and be okay and be home and, you know, no leg prisons, just, you know, the big Care Bear wearable blanket hoodie thingy. That's a thing.
So are we referring to the
thing?
Are we referring to the spoons as fucks to give?
I guess that could be.
Yeah. I have no fucks to give. I have no spoons left.
I have 10 fucks to give, and that's it. And
pretty much.
You know, I have no time to waste. I can't just give out fucks freely. Like, I guess so.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year. And honestly, you would think, after working retail for all of these years, that 20 plus years now.
Ugh, gross.
I have been in retail 20 plus years. And you think at this point in time, like, I would be just like
institutionalized.
Bitter. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. I guess that's a good way to think of it. Yeah, I'm shocked about that, really.
That's fair.
But all of these years, you know, to not hate the holiday season, because it does get crazy. I can tell you one thing. Because we don't do any of the Black Friday stuff.
Right.
Like, we don't do any of that. Right. We just have deals anyway. So we don't see a lot of like that, you know, pushing and
punching for tickle me elbows
over a freaking towel. Like legit, when I worked at Walmart, I watched somebody elbow somebody else over a damn towel.
Wow, that's
so like we don't have to see that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like retail light in that sense, because we don't have to deal with all of that kind of madness of like open the doors and the rush of everybody. You know, we have different hours during the holiday.
Right.
But you'd think at this point in time, like, I might be like bitter or not really care or not want to decorate, whatever, because it's been a lot of years. There's a lot of...
That's fair.
A lot of Black Fridays that I've worked and holidays that I've worked and, you know, because retail.
Yes.
And I've gotten to that point where in life, I don't, like Christmas is just going to be Christmas. But, you know, today I stopped and thought about that. Yeah. We have a tradition.
Yes, we do.
Kind of. It's been a while since we've done that too. But when we first started hanging out, I didn't plan very well Christmas Eve. And it's like when I finally went home and I was, you know, healed and doing the thing. And I was like, shit. I didn't buy groceries and they're closed already. I have no dinner.
Right.
And I was like, hey, Tony, what you doing? Want to go to Chinese? Because they're open. And so we're like, yeah, you were like, yeah, I'm down. Let's go.
Fuck it, let's do some.
So we talked about that this year, you know, and your significant other, I was like, yeah, she's off. Not doing anything. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. So.
Well, and I thought, you know, it's funny because here's the thing is had to laugh because I don't remember who did what, but it was one of those things. And we weren't being a bunch of racist assholes. So fucking stop.
No. I started singing that because
Yes.
A Christmas Story, right?
Yes.
Christmas Story.
Yes.
In there, where the dogs come in and they eat the turkey.
Yes.
Right? Is it turkey?
I think it's turkey, yeah.
They eat a whole freaking turkey, these hound dogs, right? And then they go out to have Chinese.
Yes.
And in on that show,
Yes.
they sing fra ra 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 ra.
Exactly.
And that's exactly how it is.
Exactly.
And it made me think of that. And no, we weren't. I know it's so different now. Everybody's heard about everything.
I don't give a shit.
It's
it
an
was
old movie.
fucking funny, and we had a blast. So fuck you guys if you want to ruin it.
It's an old movie. You
It
know
doesn't
what
matter.
I mean?
We're having fun. We had
Either way.
a blast. It started a tradition between you and I.
So I was singing that because sometimes my brain will just do things.
Yes.
Like I can be in another room and I'll be like, bing bong. I don't know what's going to. Or
Yes.
I tell someone, I'm going to go take a shower.
Yes.
And then I go bake brownies before
Yes.
work. Because
You've done
that
that.
sounds right. So
You've done
thank
that.
you, ADHD. I don't know. I'm not sure. So like just random shit will pop up in my head, whether it is good or not.
Yes.
I try very hard to hold all of it in. But anyway, I sang that before we even got in there. We weren't singing it in
It
there.
was fun.
Thank you so much.
We had fun.
But we had fun. We actually sat down and had
Yes.
that meal. And, you know, it makes me think now because, like, I'm at home. I'm back home.
Yes.
I'm thankful for that.
Yes.
I'm sure if I said, hey, I don't have anybody to hang out with, X, Y, and Z, I would find somebody that would
Wait.
want to hang out.
Is that why you've hung out with me for the past 10 years?
Maybe because I just don't have nobody else.
You need to get some better friends.
Maybe I do. Maybe I do. But yeah, so
Well, and that's
it's
the
sort
thing
of
is
tradition that way.
to put a bow on that part of the conversation.
Yeah.
That was our tradition. We started that years ago. And
Yeah.
we've managed to keep up with it. And now we're going back to revisit it because that was our tradition of fa ra ra ra. We're having Chinese for Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Because it was a simpler time in life for both of us.
I mean,
Even though the shit was absolutely crazy
I mean,
at that time.
was my first year, I believe, that like I was just like healing from all
Yeah.
the stuff, but I didn't have that. You know, like Christmas Day, I would
Yes.
go to my my mom's side of the family.
Right.
You know, so at that point in time, like it wasn't like it was alone on Christmas or anything like that. But you know, that's kind of how that tradition started. And then like years later,
Yeah.
Jen asked me, you want to
Yes.
go to Wang's Bistro? And then she come pick me up, and then I was like, well, this is a thing now.
Yeah.
You know, this is a thing now. So
and that's-
Christmas Eve, whoever I can get to go with me, I'm like, let's go.
Going to get Chinese bitches.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is that's what it's about. I mean, I it's no mystery. I'm not a fan of Christmas. But in the same token, it's why do you need one day out of the year to not be an asshole to somebody? There's
mean,
365 days out of the year.
I get that. And the reason of the season isn't about like what kind. I love giving gifts. I love giving gifts throughout the whole year, though.
I don't want herpes, Heather.
Not like I don't have herpes. Thank you. But it's not like that.
No, I get it. And I agree with you 1,000%.
No facts.
No, no spoons, bitches.
But I don't know. It's just it doesn't have to be Christmas to be like I get
To
what
be
you're
nice
saying.
to somebody.
To be nice, to be kind, to get something. You know, to buy somebody's McDonald's that's ahead of you in the drive-thru when you're eating shitty. Yeah. So.
No capes.
No, I think of, this goes in. This is where this show goes off the rails.
Yes.
This is why.
Completely off the rails.
This is why things change up. Like,
Yes.
That's why we have so many different topics of subject, I believe.
do.
Because we haven't that brought up. Can you guys just pick us up? No.
No, we can't.
No, because ADHD will not let us.
Look, here's the thing.
ADHD, whatever.
We're both huge fans of The Fifth Element, right?
Yeah.
And we don't want one subject. We want
No.
all positions.
All of them. So yeah, no, I was just gonna go into a whole nother thing about fast food.
But that's
yeah,
what has
yeah.
made this show, and this is the fan base that we have. This is why we
They
love
know.
you guys, because you encourage this.
Yeah.
You encourage
They
this type
get
of
into
behavior.
chat. Yes. And they run with it.
Yes.
They have things to say, and we talk back to them, and they talk back to us. Heckling sometimes, but mostly you, not me. Which is okay. I'm fine with that.
Which, when we drop this video, we're going to make it as a premiere so you guys can engage in chat. Enjoy. Yes, enjoy it too.
Yeah.
But
please.
engage in chat because we're going to do a premiere so that way you guys see what we've been up to, what we've been doing. Like, you know, I've been writing music.
You have, yeah.
Multiple times a day. Like, it's funny because the missus will crash out and I'm like, hey, is it okay if I, like, me playing guitar, is it going to bother you? She's like, no, you're fine. Go ahead.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
And I personally think it's because she's partially deaf. So she's like, God, I don't have to hear him play.
I highly doubt that.
But no, it's been really interesting because I was talking when we at lunch today.
Yeah.
When we were sitting there waiting for our food to come. And I'm like, it's really interesting the different areas of creativity that we both get into.
Yeah.
And what we find inspiring. Like the song that I played for you before we went to lunch, Bleed From Within. It's in place of your halo. Like, if you ever like listen to a song and it's like, holy shit, this is next level.
Yeah.
Because they have fucking bagpipes that do a metal breakdown. It is hauntingly good.
Yeah, it is actually. I was like, man. That's like that one time someone was like, listen to this. This is like Mexican polka. And I was like, I don't even like my polka. I listened to it. I was like, this is a jam. You know, you're like bagpipe breakdown with heavy metal. I'm like, the fuck?
That's exactly what
the fuck. That's kind of where I was at with it. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you know, and I set the tone. I'm like, okay, look, I know this isn't your normal genre of music.
Yeah.
But close your eyes and just be in the headspace and let it take you on the journey. And it was cool to watch Heather's reaction because her reaction was almost the exact same thing as mine. It's like, oh, that's badass.
Yeah. I like
because it
sat
hits.
back. I closed my eyes and then I started drumming. Started drumming and I was like, okay, here we go. This is a ride. This is an experience. Here we go.
It hits so freaking hard. And of course, you know, I did some shenanigans on my other channel with mixing it down to the Braveheart fight, which was absolutely awesome. And I've just been writing stuff. And I mean, of course, now I'm in what? 1, 2, 3, 4 bands now.
Wow, you are dipping your toe in everything, huh?
I mean, you know, I'm still trying to figure out how I got into one of them, let alone.
Oh my God, yeah. What?
I'm just, it's crazy because we are so wired for sound. Plus the amount of hours that we've been working our day jobs.
Yeah, no, that's a whole nother thing too. So, not that it has, like, I miss doing the show. I miss doing the show. I miss being able to, like, play D&D. I miss being able to, like, hang out with the Mission Impossible guys. I miss, like, just doing this show.
We got to do that a little bit at CreatorCon.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, we'll get into that too. You know, miss doing jerks too.
Yes.
So, like, those are all a bunch of things, like, that I missed from when I was up there. Like, I had some more time to be able to kind of knock that stuff out. It seems different now, but...
Right.
But, you know, like, the job and the career choice that I have, it doesn't give you much leeway for certain things, you know, so... So it's just it's navigating it and you know, realizing that I got to make the money to be able to live. So it's not letting people down. It's just I have to do what I have to do. So
Facts.
So yeah, that's one of the things. But we were going to talk about touch base about the CreatorCon thing.
So yeah, we've been this was in the works for about 6 months, I want to say.
Yeah.
And our friends, actually my t-shirt is over there, but everybody knows what it is.
Yeah.
Hit Point Hobbies is our LGS.
Yeah.
And they invited us to come and hang out with them. And we actually got to do that. So I think it was like a week ago, maybe, our buds, our pals, our co-content creators of Initiative Impossible went, hey,
they ran with their show.
Can we play Crash Pandas over there? And I'm like, oh my fucking God, can I please be part of that?
Yeah, Crash Pan is amazing.
So I reached out to the powers that be, and I'm like, hey, I don't know if there's any reserve tables or you guys have anything like that, because it filled up.
Yeah. Oh
And
my
then-
God, yeah.
But I'll get to what actually happened the day of, because it was kind of nuts.
Yeah.
So they reached out, and he's like, yeah, if we have, God forbid, somebody cancel or one of those things, I'll, hey, there we go. That's working now.
What's working?
Me.
Oh, you weren't working. Okay.
Yes.
Now you're working.
Okay. So, but yeah, they reached out to the powers that be, and they're like, yeah, if we have an available table, you guys can come and represent your channel if you have merch or whatever, and then play Crash Pandas, because Crash Pandas is absolutely fucking amazing.
It is fun, yeah.
And if you've not caught any of the episodes, it's over on Initiative
They're so much fun. They have so much fun.
They do.
Such fun guys.
So it started at noon. I got there probably about 1, and was trying to get as much stuff as I could set up at the different venues, because, it's not our first rodeo.
Right,
We're
right.
doing stuff like that. I got there and it was all set up and ready to go. So
It
I'm
looks
just kind of
so
like,
cool too.
oh, it was awesome.
They did such a great job. Hit Point Hobbies planned it. They had it looking really good. A lot of different vendors and different creative people there. It was really cool. I got there later because I had to work that day, and I completely spaced on the date because I remember hearing about it, but then I was like, I don't know with the season if I could get it off or whatever. So luckily though, I was able to come over on my lunch. I got 45 minutes, so
Yes.
I went there. I got hugs from Initiative Impossible crew, from you, Melissa, and and then I was able to go around to the different creators there, and I did purchase some books and different stuff from them, because you know what, I really like to be able to support people that are trying to make it, trying to do their own thing, and trying to make money on their own.
Yes.
So I wanted to do that. I'm in the middle of reading one of the books right now. I'll go on that. It's a little spicier than I expected, but I'm no prude, so powering through it. But really talented people, really cool stuff.
Yes.
So it was a lot of fun. They set it up very well, and I'm looking forward to the next one that they do.
I'm pulling up the pictures of me and the, so you can see some of the pictures in the background of the Initiative Impossible guys. Like, this is all of the background here with they had Hit Point set up over there, and they had 2 big gaming screens, which was freaking awesome. This is more of the table. Obviously, Brandon showed up. There's Josh. There's Rude. Jayla.
I didn't realize that was Jayla. I've only met her a handful of times, and I felt like I was the rudest person ever. Because Josh came over, gave me a hug, and I didn't realize that it was her. So I do apologize, Jayla or Initiative Impossible crew, if you're watching this. I am so sorry. I was kind of spacing and I'm here for lunch, and I didn't even recognize that it was her. So yeah.
But then there's Josh. And then, of course, back to the table.
Rude. I didn't see Rude.
Yeah,
I
there's
missed
Rude.
him.
And then there's JR there. So it was so much fun with everything that we were doing with all of that.
Yeah.
And it was great. So to go back to what actually happened is one of the vendors, since it snowed like crazy that day and turned everything into ice.
Yeah.
Or rained and then froze, not snowed.
Yeah.
So one of the vendors couldn't make it, so that opened it up, and it worked out great for the Initiative Impossible guys to show up for us to play Crash Pandas.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. We
they had buttons that they made.
yes,
Which was cool.
which my buttons are over. Shit, where are my buttons?
You lost your buttons.
Not my gumdrop buttons.
You lost your buttons. But yeah, that was really cool. Obviously coming back. So I know I've talked about this several times. Up north, their
Not impressed.
their store, no, it smelled like BO and 12-year-old pizza. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
Here at Hit Point Hobbies, I freaking love it. That place is so good.
Yes.
They have so much stuff there too to buy from. It's not just magic cards. It's a bunch of stuff. But I really do enjoy being able to make it into the shop and see everybody. I've really loved that store. It's really cool.
Oh, here we go. Here's the pictures actually from the Creator Con itself.
Ah, okay.
So let me get back to the scene.
You guys keep on seeing my.
There we go. All right. So yeah, here was one of the XO Destro was the designer creator.
Yeah, I bought
jeweler.
something from them.
So she was funny. We had an absolute blast. Game Over, Hangover, content creator podcast. We will be there next year, by the way.
All right.
And then story time, Resin Creations. So I don't know if you guys can see this dragon egg, but Melissa got that.
I did see that. She was like, "Look what I got!"
So freaking cool. And then these ones were cool. You actually got one of those, the little.
Yeah, she came over and she gave me that cute little thing. I was like, "Oh."
Really, really freaking cool. And then Morgan Steele, two author content creators, actually really, really cool people.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the Star Drop Forge 3D printer artist. Brandon was gonna get that, but he snoozed on it, which was so funny. But then so more content creators and authors.
Yep, I bought a book from them.
Yeah, from these guys.
Yep.
Nice. And then
It was a collection of different authors within one book.
The this artist was absolutely incredible. So all of these are hand drawn by pencil, which was
cool.
so freaking cool. BLR Comics, they were hanging out from Bad Axe, which was so much fun. And then, of course, you've got the freeze dried crack.
Yeah, they had Charleston freaking chews, and I was like, "Take my money." Horrible.
Yes.
Instant sugar.
And this was all the back room. This was really freaking cool. We were right over here on the other side.
Yeah, that D20 lamp that she had on there.
Yeah.
Brandon's like, "How much is that? How much is that?" And I walked over and I asked her, and she's like, $250. Like, listen, that's a crafted.
Right.
She makes that stuff. So I used to think about things differently before I started crafting and making stuff, and realizing the time and the price of things.
Right.
You can't.
That's this right here. I don't know if you guys can see
that. Yeah, that's really cool. It's a 20-sided die.
Yes.
Lamp. It's
a Deco or Teto. He did.
Yeah.
Tamagon or whatever.
Something like that. Some kind of fanciness.
Fancy word.
But yeah, so he's like, yeah, $250. I was like, yeah, $250. Like, that's time and effort put into all of that. So yeah.
And then you got Samage Artist, which was really cool. They're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Etsy. KDL's author artist, which was really cool. Some really awesome drawings, and that is back to square one.
Yeah, it was very cool.
I took a bunch of pictures of like all of the vendors and stuff, and then like the tables where they were doing a magic tournament. Like it was so much fun. We had so many things that we did while we were there. Cracked a couple of packs and whatnot, and then we played some Crash Pandas, and Josh took those pictures, and then we had a couple other people jump in and take some pictures. But man, it's you think that with all of the venues or all the festivals and the events that we have either helped put on or been a part of, that it's like, oh, we're so boring. We've done this 1,000 times. But it's exciting.
Every time is fun.
Every single time we do it. Like
I enjoy it because you get to meet new people
all the time.
And, you get to reconnect with the people that you've already met at some of them. It's never ever boring. It's always fun. I've always had a great time anytime that we've ever gone out to any of these festivals or any of these, like, these things, these shows, even the farmer's market, man.
Yes.
Like, it's all a different experience.
So much
and that's
fun.
what it's about. That's what it's about. And support these people.
Support local.
So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Very well done.
It was.
If you go over to the Facebook page, they are on Facebook. You can follow Hit Point Hobbies. You can stop in there. They have a bunch of different stuff always going on. Just follow them on Facebook so you can see the different things that are happening, and then you won't miss the next time that they do this.
Yep, exactly.
It was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it.
So much fun.
Very well put together, guys.
They so one of the cool things that they did actually was they did a cosplay contest.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it was
Princess
so
Peach.
freaking cool. Oh my god.
I did see her.
And like they had some awesome cosplayers there. Like I don't get into that stuff, but it is really cool to see some of the costumes.
It's so fun looking.
You're like, what the hell?
I want to.
I mean,
want to. I mean, I came in with my
you do.
candy like hair or whatever, and everybody's like, oh, you know, I love my wigs.
But yeah. I mean, getting to do those events and those festivals and then the venues and whatnot, it is so much fun because, like you said, we never know who we're going to run into, and getting the chance to hang out with some people we haven't seen in a minute, it's just an absolute blast. And that in the winter months, since we live in a snowdrift for 6 months out of the year,
someone's been shaking it up.
we it slows down considerably as we navigate through the 6 months of snow and whatnot, and then the 6 months of construction barrels.
So far not been too bad.
I know I need to make some money, damn it. I need to go blow some snow. Snow blow.
I need my driveway blowed.
Yeah,
your driveway and my sidewalk needs a good blowing.
You need to give me your lawn boy's number because he's really shit in the bed.
It's 856-299. That's the number.
So how much time we got in here?
This was kind of like we're gonna do a thing and then we're gonna say sayonara. I know we do have a couple more things to knock out today.
Yes.
Again, we weren't like, this is gonna be a traditional hour and a half that you're never gonna get back. But we wanted to pop on here and say, guys, no, we are not done. We are still keeping it weird. I hope you guys are keeping it weird as well.
Yes.
And we will be back we're planning for the first of the year. We're still trying to work out the live. We have talked about some different things in different directions that we're going to go in, with maybe cutting it down to like 3 a month instead of 4 for the month. A couple different things there so that we have one of the Thursdays, you know, to have to ourselves, because we do put a lot of other time in on our 9 to 5s and things like that. We're 9 to whatever. My usual 7 to 5 is what I work sometimes, but
that's one of the things that I have to check while we're doing that. Yeah, so we
were thinking about that and definitely getting back there to doing interviews and whatnot. So if you are interested in joining us in for an interview or coming into studio or whatever, we're going to take a look at that as well coming up for
God damn it.
Would you please be quiet? I'm talking to these people. Rude as hell.
I know. I'm such a dick.
But yeah, so we're looking into that as well.
Okay. So tonight, which is one of the reasons why we're not doing this stuff in real time, is going to be the open mic night at H&B.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's one of the things that I'm going to be attending because I don't have rehearsal tomorrow morning. Yeah. And the missus has she opened this morning. So I've been trying to move my schedule around my work schedule, her work schedule, obviously our work schedules together. Yeah. And trying to navigate that because
it's so fun.
Apparently, who knew that all of us having a day job and we're the more adultier adults, we have to actually schedule shit now because everybody wants a piece of our time because we're successful at what we do.
Yeah.
When the fuck did that happen?
No, I came home and it was like, I gotta learn how to people again. Because,
it's
talked
too people-y
about
out there.
I was up north for a year and just, I worked and that was, I did get to spend some time with some people up there.
Yeah.
But not much time because work was consuming. There was these 2 weeks I had 2 weeks I had 120 hours in. And
Holy
I worked.
Shitballs.
I worked straight through.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So.
So let me pull that up. Yeah,
and then also too, I was scheduled a closing, which was 11. We closed at 11. I got home at closer to midnight, and then I had to turn around and be back for inventory at 4:45 in the morning.
Wow, that's nutty.
Yep.
That's Nutty McNutterballs.
So yeah, not the best times. Not the best times. But you know what? I'm back home.
Right.
I sleep better. I feel better. You know,
All right,
working
so
towards
as
feeling
we're
better all the
putting this
way
up
around.
there we go. So H&B Open Mic Night dates December 20th, 2024. It starts at 6 p.m. and goes to 10 p.m. So that's where I'll be tonight. I'm playing out with my band. You know, it's one of those things that this is one of the bands that I'm in. And I find it incredibly interesting that I still have no idea how the hell I've been in this band. It's coming up on 2 years I've been in this band.
Wow. Yeah.
When the hell did that happen? So, yeah, hopefully that you guys can find them on Facebook, H&B Productions.
Mm-hmm. Right across from the
pet
Tropical
shop.
Fish Pet Store.
Yep.
Store over there.
Store over there.
So yeah, check them out. It's a lot of fun. I've always had
It's
fun
fun.
every time I've gone. But like I open tomorrow, so I might not be there, but I will see. I'll see what happens.
Well, I
But
have
if
to find
you
out
guys
what's
can
going on
make
with
it
the missus.
out, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Yeah, and that's the thing is if you guys are local,
This is gonna be
come hang out with us.
But you know, again, are you posting this after we're done?
Yes.
Okay, then that works. Later on today, Grace. All right,
I'll probably upload this shortly after we're done so that way we can do a premiere and you guys can see it live.
Yeah, absolutely.
And comment, do
We
the thing.
appreciate you guys
Chat.
commenting, hanging out. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
back. We're back. We're back. Well, we'll be back. You know, the first of the year. I should
We'll be
say.
back at the first of the
So
year.
just so you guys know, we did not quit you.
I can't quit you.
We can't quit you. But we will be back. So have a very Merry Christmas.
Sure. We'll go with that.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Humbug.
We will see you after the New Year. And yeah, if I don't know what the Thursday is before the 6th, but if yeah.
The Thursday before
If
the
it
6th
is the 6th.
is the 2nd.
Okay, that works. I'll be able to do that.
2025.
Okay, because the day before the 5th, I'm not doing anything because I have to be up at 4:45 in the morning. So
Gross.
no, thank you. So thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Yes.
You know, just wanted to give you the
updates.
the deal of what's been going on, and we will be back again after the New Year. So please have a safe, happy holiday, happy New Year, and we will see you the 2nd. It sounds like.
Yeah, it should be the.
As long as everything continues to work correctly,
we're still gonna
we
work
shall
out all
be
the bugs
back.
and get stuff.
Yeah, we'll be back.
We'll be back.
All right, bitches.
Love you guys.
Love you
You're
guys.
amazing.
And remember, keep it weird. Bye, guys.
Bye.